Hey guys, so we're gonna talk about Friday Night Smackdown, which we opened with the Usos in the ring. They're set to celebrate Roman Reigns' record-breaking championship reign. The important part about this segment is that it sets up the main event for the night, which also correlates to the Royal Rumble. So the stipulation ends up being that if Seth Rollins wins the tag match against the Usos in the main event, that the Usos will be barred from ringside at the Royal Rumble. Now, this meant he had to find a tag partner. Pretty easy to do when Kevin Owens comes out and they've been on the same page. So Roman adds a kicker that if the Usos win, Rollins loses his opportunity at the Universal Championships, and he's just going to take the night off for the Rumble. So that was the important part of that segment, is that it set that up, which was a pretty nice touch. As we all know, the Usos have been a main part of how Roman has managed to hang on to the titles. So we then have Kofi Kingston and Madcap Moss. They have a match. So the interesting part with this segment is that Big E ends up coming out since Xavier Woods is injured right now and out. Big E was going to kind of even up the odds a little bit that Happy Corbin has been giving Madcap Moss the last couple of weeks. End of the day, Kofi Kingston ends up coming away with the win, which it's 50-50 booking, but it's not necessarily terrible. I am happy to see Kofi picking up a win. So we then have Aaliyah and Natalya. So with this one, Aaliyah ends up picking up the victory with a disqualification. She, of course, is still pretty upset because of Aaliyah picking up the victory last week in record time. Whether or not Natalya understood that the disqualification was going to end up giving her another win is not so certain. So Natalya is continuing to attack, and that's when we get Xia Li coming out again. This protector character. I like Xia Li's character. They're trying to kind of build her up. They've had her protect Naomi at this point. Yeah, Naomi and now Aaliyah. So we'll see where this continues to go. I am really liking it, very especially the entrance for Xia Li. We then have Los Lotharios taking on the Viking Raiders. We end up with the Viking Raiders picking up a win. Once again with the Viking experience. I'm glad about this in that with this new entrance that they have that is really catchy, I think it's going to really catch on with the audience, and they could really do a lot with them if they really let them run with it. But that's going to mean them picking up the victories. I like Los Lotharios as well, so I don't know if you continue to have them facing each other. It kind of gets to be a little old. So we'll see where that continues to go. And the segment that is really kind of been on my mind. So we have Naomi versus Charlotte Flair. At first, I was very annoyed by the fact that Sonya Deville comes out and once again interferes by becoming the special guest referee. Um, Charlotte, of course, picks up the victory. Um, so I was upset at first after it happened, but became more okay with it when the other part of the segment kind of tied in. When we had Sonya actually get back to her office. Now, Adam Pearce is in the office. He's with, um, shoot, I'm drawing a blank as to who he's with. But at any rate, Sonya gets called out by Adam Pearce because of basically her abuse of authority the last couple of weeks, more especially than anything. But I mean, it's been going on for quite some time with Sonya and Naomi. But Adam Pearce set up a match for next week, strictly just Sonya and Naomi. As far as any stipulations to say that Shayna can't come out or Natalia or whoever Sonya has had come out, that has not been made. So, I mean, whether or not they do that or not, I really don't think that this is leading to a match at the Royal Rumble. So at first it leads me to think that maybe they might be leading towards a WrestleMania match, but I really kind of hope not, as that drags it on for several more months. And I don't want to see this drag on for more, even one more month. I'm kind of over it at this point. So the next segment was with Sami Zayn. He's doing another in Zayn moment. I'm trying to basically call attention to the new Jackass movie that's going to be coming out. So he was trying to do one of Johnny Knoxville's first stunts, if you will, and I don't know that he was actually really performing it, but just pretending to be performing it. But he then had Johnny Knoxville come on out, and he definitely made sure that he really did end up feeling it. So, the segment didn't really do anything. Yeah, it promotes the movie, which is the whole purpose of Johnny Knoxville being on the show and being in the Rumble. It was okay, but it wasn't great. We then had Sheamus versus Ricochet. Sheamus ended up picking up the win. However, Rich Holland is there, but he does not actually interfere, which I liked about this match. We then head to the main event. We have the Usos taking on Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. This match went back and forth, and it honestly could have went either way. But it looked like it was leaning more toward Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens anyway. And I don't know if Roman was thinking about it in his head when he came down and interfered. But he ended up causing a disqualification, which gave Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens the victory. Seth really didn't care whether or not he won via disqualification or actually getting a pin on either of the Usos, but it was confirmed that the Usos are now banned from ringside for Rollins' match against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. So that's going to make this match a little more interesting. Now Roman does not have the Usos to back him up at ringside, but he also does not have Paul Heyman. So before, he potentially had 3 different people that he could have had back him up. Now he does not have any. But now the other thing is, just because the Usos are banned from ringside doesn't mean that there's anything to necessarily stop them from coming out. There's no stipulation in place that says if they come out, Roman automatically drops the title. We'll see what ends up happening at the Rumble, but I feel like this could potentially significantly turn those odds and make it a little more of a fair fight for Seth Rollins. This being said, we'll see what happens next week. I have been wrong before with WWE looking at it with whoever kind of has the momentum during the go home show. Usually does not end up winning, but that's not always the case, because I have seen that before, where the one that did have the momentum did still pick up the victory. So we will see. I will do my prediction video probably Friday. Yeah, Friday night. Maybe Friday afternoon. We'll see. No, it will have to be Friday night, because we got to do I have to do my Smackdown video too after the show. So we may do it Saturday morning. We will see. But we'll do the Smackdown video Friday, and then we will have my prediction video after the Smackdown video. But I'm going to go get ready, have some supper, and we're going to watch Monday Night Raw.